Good song right here, brother. Good one. Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant. Everybody, hold on. I promise I'm going to come to you. So this weekend, I'm reading my Sunday Post, and I come across this health article. It says, the headline is, "This score is a, quote, more powerful predictor, end quote, of health than previously thought." And it was a new study. And it said, I'll tell you the first line. A new study found that your score on a key cardiovascular test may indicate your risk of dying in the coming years, even from causes unrelated to your heart. So I read the article and I said, oh my God, I've done this. This is the scan that virtual imaging does, and they advertise with us, and Barry's a good friend, Barry Peachtree of virtual imaging, and I said, let me call Barry up and see if he wants to kind of quickly talk to us about this for a couple minutes. Welcome to the Shelley Winter Show, Barry.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure to be on with you tonight.
Not a problem. So this story, that's what you guys do, isn't it?
Exactly what we do, Shelley. And, the article, my main takeaway with this article is that, out of 40,000 people, they found that 8,000 of those folks had calcium and about 32,000 didn't have. The main takeaway from this article is that those 8,000 folks were 2 to 3 times more likely to die from all-cause mortality, not just cardiovascular disease, which tells us that this is an even bigger indicator of overall health and longevity than we thought before. And the other main takeaway that I really took from this article is that any calcium detected is an indicator. Where, we tell people when they come into virtual imaging that, anything really above 300 or 400 is something where you want to start getting concerned and start working with a primary care physician or a cardiologist. What this study is telling us is even if you have a nominal amount of calcium, you need to really be paying attention to it and really be working with your healthcare professional. So it really strikes home that any amount of calcium in these areas, these 5 areas of the heart are something that's notable, and you should really be paying attention to.
And it could lead to other problems that you don't even know about as well. Because when I went and my numbers were high, I started eating better and exercising and everything. And let me ask. I have a B question, but it's also an indication that you could have other things going on, not
Correct.
just heart related. What are some of those other things? Do you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there could be things like organ failure, other vascular issues in other areas of the body, like in your carotid arteries and in other areas. It could lead to strokes. So what it's saying is all those things that can kill us. So all-cause mortality, folks who have any level of detectable calcium are 2 to 3 times more likely to die from things other than just heart attack and cardiovascular disease.
And that's why I suggest everyone go to virtualimagingatl.com because of this article. I found it in the New York Post. Barry, I went to you about a year and a half ago. Is this something I do regularly? Like I should come back soon, or like what is the time frame?
Yeah, obviously you should always work with your primary care doctor and take their advice. But what we tell folks is, if you're in that minimum range, 0 to, let's say, less than 100, you probably don't have to come in every year. I tell my clients that, if you're 0, you probably want to come back in 3 to 5 years to see where you're at there. If you're higher on that range, then you really need to be working with your doctor to find out what sort of level of frequency he wants you to come in. But certainly we have members who've been working with us for 10 or 15 years, and they come in every year just to track these things to make sure that they're staying within those normal baselines.
My man, Barry Peachtree of Virtual Imaging, ATL.com. Check them out if you can, but this is a great article that kind of really spells out what they do. And it was in the New York Post this Sunday. Barry, I appreciate you taking time this evening, and I will talk to you soon, my friend.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
No problem. Barry Peachtree of Virtual Imaging. I'm telling you, I went to them. I went with AMAC. AMAC and I went together. Hers was perfect, of course. And I tried to get him to say mine was good, and he was like, I'm not going to lie to April. And he told her the truth, and he said, make sure he goes to a doctor and eats better and everything. I'll never do that again, though. Don't go to the doctor or go to something like this with your spouse. You know what I mean? Because they don't need to know everything. Right, Mike?
It gives them too much ammunition.
And that's the thing, Mike. You said it perfectly. It's not that they and yes, she has helped me. Let me be clear. She has made sure that I did the right things. Are you going to the gym? Are you stretching? Are you exercising? Are you eating better? If I buy a hot dog from Costco, I can't tell her, right? But if she finds out, she'll say, remember what your score said with virtual imaging. And but then when things really get heated, there comes the, I can't believe I'm even with you. You got calcium in your arteries. You may not be around next year.
Too much ammunition, man.
Too much ammunition. And let's go take some calls. Let's go to Chris. Hold on. Let's go to Chris. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry. Thanks for holding, Chris.
Yes, sir. When I called up earlier, I had one message in that, but I heard that you talked about that Virginia Highland. You going to that event?
Yes, sir. I spoke it there. Yep.
What you said about those kids, my original message is one thing, but veterans, everybody appreciates us, thanking us for our service, but we've done it to serve the country. And when you talk about young kids like that who have got that mindset and are actually trying to do right, the bad parts, we got too much hate in our heart, the adults.
Right.
I mean,
that's exactly
it's one side or the other, like you were saying earlier.
Yep. Great call. And you're a veteran, Chris?
Yes, sir.
God bless you, my friend, and happy Veterans Day to you and your family.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Let's go to Jeremiah. Go ahead, Jeremiah. Jeremiah.
Hey, Shelly.
Hey, Jeremiah.
Yeah, hey. Yeah, thanks for taking my call. Listen, I'm not a veteran, but I've been blessed tremendously, multiple generations, this current generation, my children, by the military. So I'm thankful for Veterans Day. I'm certainly thankful for our veterans. It's sacred business, putting your life on the line, defend your neighbor, your community, your country, all that stuff. And I'm glad that our society recognizes veterans. There's no question about that.
It sounds like you got a butt in there somewhere, Jeremiah.
Yeah, I do. Look, here's the situation, man.
Get to the butt.
My situation is this, there's a lot of veterans out there. There's a lot. And, a relative of mine did some special forces stuff, and he's kind of, some people just are designed to do things that a lot of other people can't do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't want to think about it, but I'm kind of glad they do it. But he said, look, man, he said there's a lot. He said there are more people with PTSD than they are ever see the battlefield. Think about that for a second. There is such a thing as stolen valor. So I don't want to take nothing away from no veteran.
Understood.
But we definitely don't need to take something away from a veteran by giving honor where it's not due.
That's fair. That's fair, Jeremiah. That's fair.
Hey, man, appreciate your work, man.
I'm glad you took your time to phrase it correctly. That's fair. That's fair. Great call, Jeremiah. And to your friends that serve, tell them God bless them.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Have a great night. Jeremiah, when I saw what he was going to talk about, I was like, okay, let me see where this goes. I want to give him a chance, and I think he explained himself very well. When we come back, I want to talk about Tucker Carlson. Let's talk about Tucker Carlson when we come back. Tucker Carlson is saying some things, and it's funny how people will define you based on the stuff you're talking about. We'll talk about it when we come back. It's Shelley Winter Show. Don't forget, 8:06, Carolyn Bordeaux joins us. She wrote a op-ed in AJC. Let me tell you the truth. I read the first two sentences, and I stopped. I called Carolyn. I said, you got to call in tonight at 8:06. And I stopped reading because I want to hear her tell me what the rest of it was. But I stopped after two sentences because I was like, oh, this is going to be fire. So you don't want to miss that. That's at 8:06. We'll be right back. Shelley Winter Show.